I'm gonna have to talk over this intro here. I found this spot just south of Estes Park. I was so stoked about it. You can see what I'm talking about in this video right here is how suspicious I am. There's no fishermen around. It's beautiful. There's a mountain backdrop. It's a cloudy day. I have my hopper dropper hooked up, and ultimately I would discover that this was private property. I had to move about a mile down the way. I immediately found a sign, but yeah, let's get into some fishing. This is my second day out ever on the water. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get after it.
Got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is that after finding my perfect spot, I did find a private land sign, so I was on private property, so I moved about a mile down the way. And I think I'm in a better spot. I think this spot's okay. The other good news is I got a strike, but it ripped my fly clean off, which means I probably didn't tie it strong enough or good or whatever, which is a bummer because I don't know what else is actually hitting out here. So I'm going to do this rig out here, and I guess I'll do this guy that I caught my first trout on. See how this does me. Maybe I'll tie a fly on underneath it, but maybe I'll just see if I can get a hit on something dry before adding the hopper dropper setup or whatever. Go from there. Just had one jump out of the water.
You could see it. You could see it in that moment. Once I got that strike, it was an obsession with that channel. I hit this spot for about 10 minutes. I'm going to fast forward through some footage, but man, I was way too stoked after getting that strike and definitely hit this channel way too hard. And while this is fast forwarding, just gotta say, this second time out was brutal. What I'm not showing in a lot of this footage is how much time I spent tying knots, getting my lures out of reeds, out of the trees behind me, line management, all of the issues. I did end up catching a fish later on after finding help from a guy named Parker, so shout out Parker. But man, this line management learning curve has been fun, but can be super stressful when you're out there on the water. This is where I started catching my stride. I had met a guy who helped me tie on a new rig, a hopper dropper setup. I moved about 100 yards up the way. As you can see in a second here, disaster is about to strike. It's kind of funny. My GoPro and tripod actually fell in the water. I got so lucky to find it. You can see how stoked I was to reach my hand in the water and grab it. But yeah, I started hitting my stride here. I had a good feeling going into this second rig, and as you can see in a second, I did end up catching a fish, but disaster had to strike first.
That was so lucky. Oh my gosh, I had my tripod on a rock like an idiot and just stuck my hand in the water hoping it was there because I could not see the GoPro, and wow, that was lucky. Let's go find a new spot for this tripod.
Alright, this is where I catch my second trout ever. It ended up being a very small brown trout. And a few things to note on this catch. One, go easy on me when you see me hook it, because I clearly had no idea what I was doing. And second, man, the thrill, even if it's just a mini one, fly fishing is so much fun. Yeah, I ended up just unhooking him and letting him go. I didn't get the cool camera shot. Maybe in future videos I'll get those cool camera shots. It really wasn't worth it with this little guy. And second, you know, another lesson learned, he went right through my net and just caused all sorts of tanglement problems here. So picked him up, unhooked him, and let the little guy go.
We caught a fish, but I don't know if I hope the video caught it. It was so small that it fell.
This next spot I hit was a little too advanced for where I'm at. I moved in, I got excited about that catch. I thought maybe I should do some long casts, which I have no business doing. So you can see I set up my camera and I was casting over a slew of rocks into what appeared to be a nice log area where the river stopped. But ultimately I moved on from this spot. I realized even if I hooked a fish here, I'd have to bank on the fact that I can pull it over these rocks because I'm in Chacos. I can't navigate these rocks. I can't get in a fight. Even if it's a mini guy, I can't move my feet. I can't get over those rocks. So ultimately decided to move away from this spot. But yeah, I need to get some waders, get some boots so I can start hitting some more adventurous spots. That concludes the video. My second day out, 2 trout on the board. I'm stoked about that. If you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm going to try to get some more of these videos out. I'm learning a lot about recording. I got a GoPro chest piece that I'm going to be wearing moving forward. I'm going to continue to look for new cool spots as these rapids closer to Denver slow down. But after this, I just went to a barbecue place in the small town of Lyons, Colorado. It was beautiful. Met some cool locals, heard some good music, and called it a day. So again, thanks if you made it this far.